We are the pride. We are the passion. We are protectors, creators, defenders, innovators. We are the engineers, the pioneers, the people behind the power. We are family. We are Rolls-Royce Defense.
Good evening. Hello. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to Rising 30 2024. I do have a little bit of bad news to share. The downstairs bar is officially closed. However, I had no idea that the upstairs bar would still be open. Thank you. You know you're in a room of professionals in advanced manufacturing and logistics when you see a few folks walking around already showing off their efficiency expertise. I know I saw Andrew Sterling. Where's Andrew and the LDI folks? He was so efficiently carrying a drink in each... There they are. Thank you, LDI. He was so efficiently carrying a drink in each hand to make sure that he's maximizing his efforts here. So nice to see you all. I'm Ryan Elpers. I am the Chief Growth Officer at Catt Sapper Miller. Many of you know us better as KSM, CPAs, and advisors, and we are very excited to be able to host and be the presenting sponsor for tonight's event. You know, we have a dynamic relationship with Connexus, and we have for a handful of years, and it's really been based on the foundation of we want to be able to build economic prosperity for our businesses, our communities, and our workers all across the state. And each year, this event, Rising 30, is one of the most exciting ways that KSM is able to sponsor and partner with Connexus as we look to support two industries that are super important for Indiana: advanced manufacturing and logistics. Right? So, as many of you may know, or some may not, KSM as an organization, we've been around for about 80 years. So we've seen the rise and evolution of a ton of different industries over time. And some of you, I think I saw Ting Goody earlier tonight, talking about, wherever Ting is, talking about someone who's impacted another industry across the state, super, super important. But tonight, the focus is on advanced manufacturing and logistics. And I have ran into a few friends tonight where I just saw her as we're walking up. Susan Carlock, one of my favorites. We've known for several years to be part of the community, sits on the board with Connexus. I ran into Jared Luger's around. And several of you that have been part of the Connexus community and maybe following it for several years, and specifically the Rising 30, we're pleased to know that this is our fourth consecutive year as the presenting sponsor for Connexus. I'll pause for dramatic effect. Thank you. Sorry, my marketing team said I had to say that. All good. No. As we've sponsored each year, I think each year as we've participated, we're really in awe of the young talent that we see across the state. And candidly, for myself, I'm in awe of all the award winners, and I feel like each year I'm starting to age out of the opportunities. So Rising 30, all the award winners tonight. 40 under 40, I missed my chance. Is 50 under 50, is that a thing? I'm hopeful that it is. I know what you're thinking. You don't look that old. I know, I moisturize. It's fine. No, I think what we're excited about is that each year, what's been more fun to see is the award winners, as they become alumni, they're not only looking at it as the awards for tonight, but they're using that as a catalyst for their both personal and professional growth. So right now, the Rising 30 alumni, there are 90, and after tonight, there'll be 120. And each of them are stepping into all kinds of leadership roles, and I think what's unique and fun to see is that it's not them just doing it alone. They're bringing somebody alongside them and bringing them up as well. And I think what we've started to learn is that our alumni, I think while the initial honor is about celebrating their achievements, and tonight we are celebrating your achievements and the honorees, but as the program continues to grow, as an alumni, you can use that as a platform to advocate for your industry and to be a mentor for those around you and to bring all those up. So we spoke to a few of the alumni, and we had a cool few stories to share, but I thought I would pause, step aside, and share a video so you can hear from them what their experience has been.
I would describe a Rising 30 as someone who's ambitious and always willing to learn more.
Someone who wants to make an impact and just keep climbing.
Someone who's willing to go above and beyond, go down a path untraveled.
Someone who is bold, innovative, mission-driven.
To me, being a Rising 30 means something really special, not only for recognizing my own accomplishments, but also paving the way for other emerging talent.
I think it was definitely a milestone. I think we all want to be like the 30 under 30 at some point.
We're all early on in our career, I suppose, and being able to be nominated and be valued like I am within the company and within Connexus has certainly assured that for me.
I do feel like being a part of Rising 30 does kind of allow me to become an ambassador, spokesperson for the platform of advanced manufacturing logistics.
We all have a responsibility, but being a Rising 30 just amplifies that.
I've had individuals reach out to me this next round of Rising 30s and ask for advice. Being able to, again, help them, coach them, take them along the journey with me is an invaluable experience for me.
My advice to this year's nominees is this is just the beginning.
Keep climbing, keep going. Now that you got here, only means that you have a bigger responsibility to go further.
It's your time.
It's your time.
It's your time.
It's your time to rise.
Can I get a quick show of hands for any alumni that are Rising 30 alumni in the room tonight? And if you're live stream, raise your hand. I see you too. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to raise the bar for what this program should be. To our friends at Connexus, thanks for inviting us. Thanks for refilling my drink that just came back. And thank you for your ongoing partnership. Because I love a good wedding toast, if you can grab your glasses with me. To tonight's guest of honor, our 2024 honorees, we celebrate you, and we thank you for your impact on Indiana's most important work. This sounds heavy, but you are our state's future, and I cannot wait to see what you do. So cheers to all of our honorees. And if you will all join me in a warm round of applause and welcome Connexus Indiana President and CEO, Fred Cartwright.
My team told me I had to wear a tux tonight. So good evening, everyone, and thank you, Ryan, for that introduction. To all in attendance this evening, thank you for joining us as we honor our Rising 30 class of 2024. We really want this to be an evening of fun and celebration, so please make yourselves at home, and if you have not already done so, begin enjoying your dinner. It's my pleasure to officially welcome you here this evening as we celebrate the best and brightest emerging talent in Indiana's advanced manufacturing and logistics industries. This event honors our rising stars who are showcasing extraordinary talent and innovative thinking at such an early stage in their careers. You know, it's nice to be joined by young talent tonight as we celebrate our collective efforts to affirm, this is Connexus' mission, to affirm Indiana as the Center for Innovation and Digital Transformation for Advanced Manufacturing and Logistics. Our work at Connexus is possible because we collaborate with partners from business, education, government, and community organizations to provide the resources and talent needed for our industries to innovate and grow. Many of our partners are with us tonight, so I do want to take a moment to thank you for your work and devotion to this crucial industry. Additionally, I would like to recognize two important groups of people this evening, the Connexus Indiana board members who have joined us tonight, and this evening's valued sponsors. So let's take a moment to do that. Our board members in attendance are Scott Brand, who's chairman of the board, president and COO of Subaru of Indiana Automotive. Scott. We have Latoya Bauderon, who is president and CFO of Central Indiana Corporate Partnership. Latoya. We welcome Susan Carlock, EVP and co-owner of Mersix and president of Pivot Manufacturing. Susan. Molly Dodge, wherever you are, Senior Vice President of Workforce and Careers at Ivy Tech. Molly, welcome. Melina Kennedy, CEO of Central Indiana Corporate Partnership, CICP. I see Matthew Ketchum, who's Chief of Manufacturing Engineering for Rolls-Royce Defense. Matthew, welcome. And all the way from South Bend Elkhart, we have Amish Shah, CEO of Chemcrest. Mike Smith, Commissioner of the Indiana Department of Transportation. Welcome, Mike. And to tonight's sponsors, to the team at KSM for serving as our presenting sponsor this evening. Thank you for your continued partnership and ongoing support for Rising 30. We really appreciate that. We are also grateful for our 9 supporting sponsors whose contributions are helping us grow our Rising 30 program. Our sister initiative and partner in workforce development, Ascend Indiana. Where is Brad Rohr? He's around here somewhere. Way back there. Architecture and design firm Browning Day as a sponsor. Digital solutions provider Caddy. Thank you very much. We have folks here from Indiana State University. Thank you. And Industry Labs at Notre Dame. In our supporting sponsors category, we have the IU Kelley School of Business in Indianapolis. We have LDI, or Lacey Diversified Industries, represented here today. Rolls-Royce of North America. And finally, Telamon Enterprise Ventures. Welcome. Thank you for your support. And thank you for joining us in our mission to improve the talent pipeline for Indiana AML. Lastly, 13 companies supported us with table sponsorships this evening. Thank you for your support and for being here. Axion Performance, Allison Transmission, my alma mater, Boston Scientific, Cook Medical, Cummins, Dayton Phoenix Group, Endress and Hauser, the Indianapolis Airport Authority, Ivy Tech Community College, Chemcrest, Eli Lilly, Morales Group Staffing, and Northeast Du Bois Junior Senior High School. Let's give a round of applause to our table sponsors this evening. Okay, before we move forward with the main event, we have a couple of housekeeping items. We want more than the people in this room to learn about these young professionals. If you'd like to help spread the word, please snap photos, a lot of photos, and record videos of tonight's event and share them on your social media channels using the hashtag Rising30. We're also live streaming this event for those who could not be here in person, including many family members and friends of our honorees. If you want to relive this evening, you can watch the recording back on our website or share it online in the coming days. Our program, hey, we are manufacturing folks, it will conclude at 8 o'clock. But we encourage you to stick around and join us on the patio, it's not raining, for networking and celebration until 9 p.m. Okay, we have an exciting event planned for you, all in honor of our newest cohort of Rising 30 awardees. When planning this event, we knew we wanted to invite someone to speak who could serve as an inspiration for our Rising 30 honorees. This evening's speaker is uniquely positioned to do just that. I'd like to welcome President and COO of Subaru of Indiana Automotive and Connexus Board President Scott Brand to the stage to introduce you to tonight's keynote speaker, Leah Curry of Toyota Manufacturing in Indiana. Scott.
Good evening, everyone. You know, when we come together to celebrate new people in manufacturing or to celebrate those that have made a career out of manufacturing, I think it's important that we highlight some of the high achievers in that space. And Leah Curry certainly fits that description. Okay. Leah has served currently as a corporate advisor for the Toyota Corporation at the Toyota Motor Manufacturing location down in Princeton, Indiana. Okay. But during her 26-year career, she held several leadership positions, most recently as the president of Toyota Motor Manufacturing Incorporated in Princeton, Indiana. Okay. It's a magnificent place. I don't know if many of you have been there. It's an incredible place. And I work at a car factory that most people say is a pretty amazing place as well. But if you get down to Princeton and you're able to see TMMI, I suggest that you do it. It's really, really a special place. Okay. She led all of production and administrative activities at that location, and they produce a number of models. They recently started production of the Toyota Grand Highlander. They've been producing the Highlander for a number of years, and then they have the Sienna minivan, as well as a Lexus variant. And I can tell you, from my experience, having built Toyota Camrys for a few years in Lafayette, Indiana, as a contract arrangement, that you only get to build Lexus if you're really good. So for Leah to have risen to the top position in that factory and to have done it and solidified the ability to build Lexus really speaks to her talent and her capability. You know, in that endlessly complex operation, she was able to rise above, show her leadership skills, and to bring that whole organization together to continue to excel at what they do. As she served as the president of TMMI, she also served as the president of Toyota Manufacturing in West Virginia that makes engines and transmissions, which is an equally complex operation, just a little different than vehicle assembly, as well as roles that she had previously as a vice president of manufacturing, a general manager of assembly, and several other management positions in body weld, stamping, maintenance, and production engineering. She's had a wide range of experience in her 26 years at Toyota. Okay. Attainment of a senior leadership role, just as a general manager within Toyota, is a huge accomplishment because, as you can imagine, there are many, many talented people in that organization. Rising to the rank of president is a special distinction, and I think we should all certainly recognize Leah for that. So I could go on about her accomplishments, but I would prefer that she share that with you. So without any further ado, Leah Curry, please. That's why she gets so much recognition.
Hello, yeah, I'm a hugger. I like to hug. So some people, you find out if they're introverts though when you give them a hug. They're like, oh my God, what is she doing? But anyway, thank you, Scott, and Fred and Jason so much. I've been a part of Connexus for a long, long time, years ago, being on the board. And this is a truly wonderful event tonight. I hope that you know that it's such a privilege and an honor to be recognized by this great organization. And, you know, we're looking around tonight and just talking to the few members that I talked to and met, it gives me such pause, but so much excitement to know that the hands of the future are in such talented people here. So give yourself a round of applause. So you're being recognized in this great state of Indiana. So whether you're a Hoosier, born and bred like me or not, doesn't matter. It's a great state. And this is only the beginning of what you can accomplish in your leadership journey. So we're blessed to be in this state. I feel truly blessed that honors great leaders like yourself. And we take pride in our manufacturing. I had a career before Toyota, 17 years in pharmaceutical nutritional manufacturing. So I've been in manufacturing for 43 years. Automotive is fast-paced, unlike any other manufacturing I think around. And we have a great many suppliers that we are hand in hand with every step of the way. So whether, it doesn't matter whatever you're making, whatever business you're in, whatever manufacturing logistics, it all comes together and works hand in hand. We can't do it without each other. So I wanted you, did you know, so Tom Easterday did this a little bit last year, or a couple years ago, so I stole this from him. Indiana ranks first in percentage share of gross state product that is attributed to manufacturing and in the percent of the workforce that's involved in manufacturing. Indiana also ranks first in tons of steel produced annually and second in the number of automobiles produced annually. More interstate highways cross the state of Indiana than any other state. Indiana is home to the second largest FedEx hub in the world, and Indiana ranks 7th among all states in waterborne shipping with 3 maritime ports, which a lot of people, that gets them a little bit because they're thinking, you're in the middle of the United States, how's that work? But there's many, many maritime ports that we're using. And there are more fun facts. If you like popcorn, particularly over Redenbacher, well, know that all the popcorn mainly comes from Indiana. 90%, in fact, of the world's popcorn comes from Indiana. And Redenbacher himself was born in Brazil, Indiana. And coincidentally, the site that Toyota Indiana is on was previously a popcorn field for the former Orville Redenbacher's production. So a little bit of history there for you. If it wasn't for Indiana, New York's Empire State Building, Rockefeller Center, the Pentagon, the U.S. Treasury, and many other buildings in D.C. would not look the same way. 14 state capitals would never look the same as well, because all of these are home to a sea of limestone that is deep below the earth, which just happens to be in the state of Indiana, which is one of the richest deposits of limestone found anywhere on the planet. Indiana also produces more professional basketball players per capita than any other state in the country. On average, 26 of every million Indiana citizens will play in the NBA. Also, Holiday World, Santa Claus, Indiana, down south where we're from, is considered to be the first theme park in the world, opening 9 years before Disneyland in California. And one of my favorites, the first self-made female millionaire in the country was Madam C.J. Walker. There's Netflix. Take a look at it. It's awesome. She became famous after developing conditioning treatment for your hair. Born in Louisiana, but she made her fortune in Indiana. So innovators and entrepreneurs from Indiana has also helped create seatbelts, which was born out of the Indy 500 to keep drivers safe, the rearview mirror, gas pumps, AC in cars, and my favorite, sliced bacon, just to name a few. So you see, you're in an innovative state where there is a long history of leaders and businesses that have contributed to society, helping make our lives and our communities better. So Richie Norton, an author and entrepreneur, said, "The rest isn't history, the rest is making history." So now it's your turn to bring even more innovative ideas and leadership to current and future generations. As I look back on my career, I learned many, many, many lessons. Some were easy, some were really hard, and you remember the hard ones more. And then they all helped me become a better leader. So let me just share some of my key learning points with you. Number one, sense of purpose. Purpose and vision are needed for a team to achieve their long-term goals. So you mentioned Lexus. We had to Lexify everything. Not that Toyotas weren't great, they're great, but the Lexus customer expects even more and higher quality. The path is difficult. It's always difficult, right? It's not an easy thing. And you can't let the little things that happen every day distract you from your vision. Most importantly, the vision must be simple, it must be clear, it must be repeated to everyone often, and then everyone will unite around that common goal. Second, strong values. We were talking about this a little bit at the table. Integrity, I feel, is a core value. I held myself, my team, and all of our members to this core value. Know who you are. What is your core values that guide you, and never compromise? Lou Holtz, a great leader and a famous Notre Dame football coach, said, "Perform to the best of your ability, do the right thing, and show people you care." Number three, compassion and heart. Be aware of the needs of your team, and don't shy away from supporting them. Many times our leaders are so focused on day-to-day, they can't see the burden that has built up over time. This is called the frog boil metaphor. I'm looking at my PC people right now. Logistics has been tough, right, in the last couple of years. Normally, a frog would leap away from hot water. But if put into cooler water and gradually warmed, well, the frog gets boiled. This illustrates how it's easy to miss small changes that build up over time until it's too late. We must offer assistance and support even if the team doesn't ask for it. They're proud. And many times people think asking for help is a weakness. It's not. It's self-awareness. For a leader, it's imperative that you know when to help relieve your team of stress before it becomes too overwhelming. Which leads me to self-awareness. As number 4, know your strengths, know your weaknesses. Some leaders keep pushing forward without examining themselves. Reflect on your actions, right and wrong. I've made many wrong decisions, and I've not always responded in stressful situations the way I wanted to. Reflect and continue to improve. As you grow in your leadership role, you can use this understanding of your weaknesses to decide how to delegate tasks or how to build your team with members who have the strengths that you don't have. 5 is recognition. It's why we're here tonight. Feels good, doesn't it? Feels great. So we have to celebrate team success and individual success. Motivate your peers, your members, your teams by taking the time to show them how much you not only recognize their achievement, but also how their achievement has contributed to the overall success of the company. You must have fun. You have to have fun. And you have to take the time for these events, big and small. And number 6, be open to other viewpoints. Know that your way isn't the only way. Remember Q-tip, quit taking it personal. Be open to different viewpoints. As a president of Toyota Indiana, I always insisted to my vice presidents, look, I know what I'm thinking. I need you to think differently. You need to be able to challenge me on what we're doing. So if you have to look at problems and with many different perspectives and different ideas and different solutions. If you don't, you're going to go down the wrong path many times. So they're always passionate but respectful conversations. It's needed. It's really needed. And this way, you know, the team has analyzed all the options and they're making the best decision for the people and for the company. Finally, number 7, pay it forward. Be involved in your community. You and your company should have a shared purpose to improve the community and society in which you live, work, and play. And it's our obligation to help others who are less fortunate than we are. Abhijit Naskar, a neuroscientist, author, and poet, said, "In action lies life, and with that action, history is made. Outside you, action doesn't exist. Outside you, history doesn't exist. Outside you, future doesn't exist. It's more important to make a humane history than just history." So today we're celebrating you. Have fun. Meet other people. Spread your network, because your network is what will get you by in the future. Know that you're making a difference. Strive to be uncomfortable, which means that you're learning. Raise your hand for the tough projects, the new responsibilities, or the new positions. Remember Yoda's quote from Star Wars, "Do or do not, there is no try." Congratulations again to the fantastic and beautiful Rising 30, and thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, Leah. So it's finally time to introduce you to the class of 2024. As you meet these 30 young professionals, it won't be hard for you to notice the bright future each individual has ahead of them. But I encourage you to also take note of their past and to consider what aspects of their lives or education led them to Indiana, or in many cases to stay in Indiana and to find a home in the AML industry. When I was reviewing the list of honorees earlier this year, I was struck by how many of this year's honorees, not dissimilar to the past 3 years, were educated in Indiana and chose to stay here to build their careers and their lives. Of tonight's honorees who pursued education after high school, 20 earned degrees from an Indiana institution. That's phenomenal. They attended IU, Purdue, Indiana State, Ivy Tech, Rose-Hulman, Butler, Trine, and several other institutions. Others found their place in industry directly out of high school or upon completing a training provided here in Indiana. We're pleased to see that our educational institutions who are here tonight are attracting top talent and that the industry has been able to retain them with engaging, dynamic work for these top performers. So, without further ado, we're excited to have Aaliyah Blackburn with us again this year to introduce each Rising 30 honoree. If you were with us last year, you know that Aaliyah is remarkably accomplished in her career. She's an anchor for Fox 59 First at 4, Fox 59 News at 7, and Fox 59 News Point at 11. Aaliyah found her passion for storytelling at a very young age when she started her telecommunications career in high school through the Ben Davis High School TV program. And she'll soon be adding another title to her resume, Mom. Please join me in welcoming this evening's Rising 30 MC, Aaliyah Blackburn, to the stage.
All right. Let's get this party started. How's everybody feeling? Yeah? Sounds like it. Well, I'm thrilled to be back with you again this year as your MC, me and my +1 here. But last year when I joined you as MC for the first time, I was blown away by the accomplishments of each and every honoree in this class. And it's safe to say that this year's awardees are no different. What an incredible group of young professionals. That's why it's my honor to serve as MC tonight once again and to introduce you to the 2024 class. And to give you an opportunity to learn a bit about each Rising 30 honoree, I'll read a brief bio on each individual as they cross the stage to receive their award from one of the Connexus board members. We'll also be hearing from the individuals who nominated tonight's honorees as well. These are their mentors, leaders, and peers. We'll begin with Group 1. Connexus board member and CICP CEO Melina Kennedy will be joining me on the stage to congratulate our first group of honorees. Honorees in Group 1, please begin to make your way to the left side of the stage. But before we begin, let's hear from their nominators to learn a little bit more about why these individuals are so deserving of this recognition.
I consider Annie a rising star because in only 2 years of formal leadership with Lilly, Annie has supported 2 different teams with different needs and has excelled at both. Her high learning agility has allowed her to learn and grow across different engineering functions as she continues to learn different aspects of the business.
Given Brevon's impact thus far, not only on our team and culture, but also on the execution of our vision, Brevon's future holds limitless boundaries, with an extremely likely trajectory of positions of leadership, influence, and inspiration, while furthering our strategic initiatives within the company.
She's a very quick learner. She can sort through complex problems accurately and very quickly. She's not afraid to challenge the status quo and constructively manages conflicts. In all this movement had a lot of internal and external conflicts, and she really managed through that very well. And that's a key skill that I feel like sets her apart from our peers.
What sets Kyle apart from his peers is his sense of urgency and dedication to the organization and being able to dive into data and provide meaningful insights to those around him so they can make the appropriate decisions.
Tim embodies the qualities of a rising star in our industry. His relentless pursuit of excellence, coupled with his ability to innovate and adapt to emerging technologies, positions him as a driving force within our team. Tim consistently delivers exceptional results and demonstrates leadership qualities that inspire those around him.
What sets Walker apart from his peers is that he is very eager, always willing to put in extra effort to get the job done. He comes up with solutions on the fly and has really good instincts. The future is bright for Walker. He's going to be an integral part of our growing business for years to come. We are lucky to have him.
Trusted,
inspiration,
people person,
eager,
innovative,
honest,
and leader.
All right, our first honoree, Brevin Bennett, interim CEO at Triton Metal Products. Less than a decade ago, Brevin Bennett entered the workforce as a machine operator with a Core 40 diploma and technical honors. While he has since pursued elective coursework, he says he's gotten most of his education from the people around him who have provided invaluable expertise and encouraged him to grow. Already the president of another firm before he joined Triton Metal Products in 2021, Brevin took on the interim CEO role in 2023 with a drive to make Triton Metal Products the dominant company in its industry and also to champion technical trades and alternative education paths to provide meaningful employment for young people. Up next, we have Annie Pohl, Associate Director, Process Control Engineering at Eli Lilly and Company, saying she unexpectedly found a love for manufacturing after a summer internship. Annie Pohl joined Eli Lilly and Company after graduating college and fully embraced the opportunity and fast-paced environment. Praised for her technical skills, support for operations, and drive for results, Annie has led initiatives to improve manufacturing capacity and has supported new facility design. Her supervisors, however, say her real talent lies in leadership. Annie drives success by focusing on the development of team members and aspires to lead the delivery of new technologies and strategic solutions in manufacturing while unlocking the potential of others around her. Walker Hobbs, Supply Chain Manager at Red Star Contract Manufacturing. The coach of a youth clay target shooting sports team in his free time, Walker Hobbs knows what it means to hit a moving target. In the summer of 2023, when the medical device manufacturing industry faced shortages of a key ingredient, Walker worked with suppliers and customers to meet needs and ensure that the Red Star workforce remained engaged. This kind of problem-solving skill helped him take on key functions at Red Star, that is. As one supervisor put it, the attention to detail in organization required to sync up customer demand with Red Star's ability to supply falls to one man, Walker. Timothy Gruenhagen, Lead Data Scientist at Clear Object. While many people are still imagining how AI will contribute to the workplace, Timothy Gruenhagen is putting it to work, and according to one Clear Object VP, he's revolutionizing the way manufacturers operate and thrive in the digital age. Tapping into the power of Vision Edge systems, integrated real-time inferencing, and other breakthrough technologies, Timothy is helping manufacturers save money, reduce scrap, and improve ESG metrics. A continual learner, he complements his drive for data usage with a passion for sharing knowledge. Going from training someone up to eventually learning from them is incredibly satisfying, he says. Haley McMahon, Senior Manufacturing Engineer at Accelera by Cummins. Born into a manufacturing family, Haley McMahon seemed destined for the engineering field where she hit the ground running. Last year, the Purdue University grad headed relocation efforts for two products that moved from California and Pennsylvania to Indiana, a process that allowed the existing Columbus plant to grow and expand its customer base in electrified vehicles. She's also won praise for her work in helping teams overcome the challenges of the pandemic, and she earned a Business Impact Award for leading a Six Sigma project that improved production efficiencies and the workspace. A booster for women in advanced manufacturing, Haley hopes to help draw more women into the industry as she moves into positions of leadership herself. Kyle Krieger, Manager, Strategy and Operations at LDI. A quick glance at Kyle Krieger's background could suggest that he's simply a numbers guy. But his leaders say he's a generalist who goes beyond the numbers to help LDI companies see how data analysis can improve operations and efficiency, how to put technology to work for the business, and how to ensure the human factor never gets lost in the data. With impact that drives significant year-over-year productivity increases, this Indiana University Kelley School of Business grad inspires to earn leadership positions so he can have an even greater impact on organizations and the people who make them work. Congratulations to our first 6 honorees, and of course, thank you, Melina, hard at work over here. And now we move on to Group 2 with awards presented by Connexus board member and CEO of Chemcrest, Amish Shah. Let's hear from their nominators.
What sets Alex apart is that his ability to work autonomously with very few touch bases. He has a very keen business mindset and seeks to understand everything that he's exposed to. He asks the right amount of questions and the right type of questions.
Caleb's star qualities are he is a natural leader and teacher. He is highly motivated, driven, and eager to contribute. Caleb challenges the status quo and offers new ideas and insight into how things are routinely done. He displays enthusiasm for the design field and relates well to students.
So I consider Carly a rising star because she's an agile leader. She's able to leverage her emotional intelligence to quickly build relationships and then take those relationships to motivate a team to deliver high performance. And also she's really able to anticipate the needs of others. So she's always a little bit of a step ahead.
So the future for Katie is extremely bright. It will not be limited by anything other than what she desires and what she ultimately wants to be. I truly believe that the sky is the limit for her.
I would consider Nick a rising star because he always kind of looks out for his team. His main concern every day is making sure his team is safe and everyone goes home without an incident. When working around high voltage electricity, this is especially important. He always keeps safety at the forefront every day, and that helps the airport win a lot of awards like we have.
What sets Tim apart from his peers? He always finds a solution. Others in the organization come to him with their problems. Tim takes those issues, finds a creative solution, utilizing technology, and creates better, more efficient processes for those individuals.
Eager,
mentor,
caring,
driven,
dedicated,
innovative,
and leader.
All right, on to Group 2, Tim Summers, Industrial Engineering Supervisor at Dayton Phoenix Group. Tim Summers' bosses sum up his impact at Dayton Phoenix Group pretty simply, saying the company's 2023 record production, sales, profit, productivity, and more would have been impossible without Tim's expertise and push to improve. But his influence goes beyond the West Lafayette company, as he's a recognized leader in the push to modernize manufacturing throughout the area. A champion of lean manufacturing concepts and continuous improvement initiatives, the Purdue University grad's biggest asset might be his humility, according to company leaders who say that he is quick to defer praise to his teammates. Carly Banaka, Senior Process Engineer at Boston Scientific. Carly Banaka says she found her passion at the intersection of new products and manufacturing. Following that passion has rewarded the Senior Process Engineer with consistent increases in opportunity and responsibility at Boston Scientific, where she's helped to enhance the capabilities of minimally invasive medical devices. Supporting her passion with ongoing education, Carly has completed her Purdue University Bachelor's in Biomedical Engineering with an Executive Certificate of Business and Life Science from Indiana University and Boston Scientific Technical and Leadership Training. She also spearheaded a talent attraction and development co-op program that earned statewide recognition. Alex Mills, Sourcing Engineer at BAE Systems. In 2017, Alex Mills biked across the country, a 65-day odyssey in which he and his fraternity brothers raised money for people with disabilities. In 2018, he joined BAE Systems, and his supervisor suggests that he continues to meet big challenges through collaboration and a drive for impact. Alex spent much of 2023 negotiating a complex multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract and was part of a team that won a sector-wide global supply chain award for a plan that helps supply chains recover after pandemic shutdowns. His focus on ongoing process improvements has given his bosses the confidence to trust him with increasingly challenging projects, which fits with his goals of increased responsibility and impact. Caleb Chance, Office CAD Coordinator and Senior Civil Designer at Kimley Horn and Adjunct Professor at Ivy Tech Community College. While Caleb Chance has proven himself to be a solid contributor to the Kimley Horn team, his greatest impact might be in design and engineering education. Since 2020, he's worked as a highly regarded adjunct professor at Ivy Tech Community College, where he earned associate's degrees in building construction management and design technology. Described by an Ivy Tech colleague as a breath of fresh air, Caleb encourages students to challenge the status quo, and he hopes his partnership with Ivy Tech and other colleges will increase awareness of civil engineering career paths and help to prepare students for engineering careers as well. Nick Summers, Technical Maintenance Supervisor at the Indianapolis Airport Authority. If you fly into or out of the Indianapolis International Airport, Nick Summers has had something to do with making sure your trip, and that of about 9 million other travelers, as well as countless tons of freight, went smoothly. Described as a rising leader at the Indianapolis Airport Authority, Nick oversees a team of 23 airfield maintenance tech shop employees who are responsible for things like ensuring airfield lighting is up to FAA standards, keeping runways clear of snow and ice, and maintaining jet bridges, and so on. Starting as an intern right out of high school over a decade ago, he's earned increasing levels of responsibility through his technical knowledge, accessibility, eagerness to learn, and passion for supporting the growth of his team members. And Katie Murphy, manufacturing engineer at Archimed. Katie Murphy's bosses don't mince words when describing her impact. They say she's played a pivotal role in revolutionizing internal operations. The overview of her tech leadership certainly is impressive as well. The holder of bachelor's degrees from both Butler and Purdue universities has streamlined material tracking with the design of internal QR codes. She helped select the best operating system for metric dashboards. She helped launch cobots, implemented 3D printing fixtures, automated setup changeovers for CNC mills, and designed interactive dashboards. Still, as important as such technical achievements are, her bosses say Katie's greatest attribute is her ability to bring people into the conversation around technology and automation. Man, what an incredible group of young professionals here. Thank you so much, Amish. Up next, we have Susan Carlock, Connexus board member, executive vice president, and co-owner of Mersix Corporation, and president of Pivot Manufacturing, to the stage as we announce Group 3.
I consider Alec to be a rising star because he has turned a cause into something that should become a very successful business. He's jumped at opportunities from economic building organizations like TechPoint and Connexus. He was accepted into a Techstars accelerator that was run by the Heritage Group here in Indianapolis. He looks to those opportunities to grow his business.
I consider Charlotte Barger as the next 30 under 30. Her rise in the industry has been nothing short of meteoric, but her ability to showcase her human side and build meaningful relationships with people around her are hallmarks of her servant leadership.
I think the future for Jody is quite bright. He conducts himself very well. He's well liked by his peers. At Enfocus, he meets lots of different senior leadership in a number of different companies, and everyone is really impressed by that young man's talents. I think Jody can do anything he wants to do.
I consider Josh as a rising star because of his innovative mindset and also his remarkable ability to lead, energize, and motivate the team. With his very strong internal drive and motivation, I have no doubt that Josh will continue to excel and make a significant impact on the organization.
Mackenzie is set apart from her peers at Rolls-Royce in the way that she combines theoretical knowledge with practical experience. Her professionalism and positive outlook help inspire her teammates to be able to rise above any obstacle and find a solution.
I consider Mohit a rising star because he has a very strong work ethic and he manages his time well, works smarter and challenges the norm. Compliance is at the forefront of all the decisions that Mohit makes, and he consistently challenges not just himself but his peers to drive Zimmer Biomet forward, incorporating industry best practices into all of his projects.
Compassionate,
resourceful,
intelligent,
innovative,
motivated,
trustworthy,
dedicated.
All right, we start first with Jody Suryatna, Engineering Project Manager at Infocus. Ask Jody Suryatna to describe himself, and he'll talk about how he helps others. As an engineering project manager with the South Bend nonprofit Infocus, he supports area businesses in their efforts to increase automation, digitization, and diversification, and he also mentors and coaches young professionals. Some of the native Indonesians' work has included helping 15 companies garner manufacturing readiness grants and managing automation projects for more than 20 firms. Previously, Jody volunteered with the Society of Asian Scientists and Engineers to promote diversity and inclusion within the STEM community. Praised by his leaders for his passion for continual learning, the Purdue University graduate is in the process of completing MIT's Supply Chain MicroMasters program. Charlotte Barger, Assistant Operations Manager at Geodis. A 2-year Geodis leadership development program didn't last 2 years for Charlotte Barger. She was pulled from the training early to take on an Assistant Operations Manager role for the highest revenue account on the company's Indy campus. Since then, she's continued to shine, a tribute to her hard work and technical skills, but also, according to one of her Indiana State University professors, to her humane side and ability to build meaningful relationships. An ISU Honors College graduate, Charlotte has earned her lean yellow and orange belts and aspires to anchor a project that improves processes enough not only to save Geodis thousands of dollars, but also to earn her a lean green or black belt. Our next honoree was unable to be with us physically this evening, but it is Alec Brewer, CEO at OroBio. Alec Brewer is committed to helping develop a more closed loop for plastics. His contribution? Co-founding and leading a startup that's using fermentation to upcycle organic waste into petroplastic alternatives. The novelty in OroBio's approach lies in their ability to produce 2 biomaterials in the same process, both of which can biodegrade in soil, decompose in water, and unlike many biomaterials, don't take over fruit-producing acreage. Motivated by ocean sustainability and environmental conservation, Alec and his co-founders launched OroBio, formerly Transfoam, while attending the University of Virginia and moved the company to Indiana after participating in the Heritage Group Accelerator. Mackenzie Schoenfeld, Planning and Control Manager at Rolls-Royce North America. In her first 4 years at Rolls-Royce, Mackenzie Schoenfeld managed nearly 1,000 part numbers from numerous suppliers with an annual spend rate of more than $175 million. In addition to wrangling all of these parts for civil large engines, business jets, and defense programs, she's also helped to recover a major supplier's past due values. At the same time, she complemented her Purdue University Industrial Management degree with a master's, a process that included conducting a project that led to a $1 million cost reduction strategy. As one might expect, this kind of work earned her a promotion, numerous awards, and recognitions, and the expectation among her superiors that Mackenzie's potential for growth within leadership is unlimited. Joshua Johnson, Research Investigator at Corteva Agriscience. Joshua Johnson routinely works with plant engineers, process chemists, formulation chemists, and quality labs to introduce and implement such innovations as two-dimensional liquid chromatography mass spectrometry. Oh, I'm proud of myself because I studied that one hard. Whew. Diagnostic gas phase reactions, and other long and involved technical concepts. Put more simply, Joshua's supervisors say he brings high-level innovation into the advanced manufacturing process to drive dramatic reductions in process time and considerable bottom-line impact. The recipient of several Corteva Innovation and Achievement Awards and the holder of multiple degrees, including a PhD in chemistry, he aspires to earn Corteva's coveted laureate designation, which recognizes demonstrated scientific excellence. Mohit Shantilal Bothna, Manufacturing Engineer 2 at Zimmer Biomet. Mohit Bothna demonstrates that a young professional not only can impact a specific project, but can also send ripples throughout an organization. Leading the implementation of a new automated cleaning system for Zimmer Biomet medical devices, Mohit drove a project that cut process time in half and increased throughput by 100%. A supervisor noted that in addition to impressing company leaders, Mohit's work also inspired peers to adopt his meticulous approach in their projects. With an MBA, a master's in industrial engineering, and an ASQ certified Six Sigma black belt, Mohit continues to add to his education and aspires to lead teams advancing innovation. And that concludes Group 3. And congratulations again to all of our honorees so far, and thank you, Susan. It's time for Group 4 now, and the awards will be presented by Connexus board member and Indianapolis Department of Transportation Commissioner Mike Smith.
Adriana is set apart from her peers. I would say it's a combination of commitment, her adaptability, her dedication to diversity and inclusion definitely makes her a standout engineering manager. She's respected and admired by her peers and colleagues. Her leadership qualities not only drive success within her team, but also contribute, I would say, to the overall success and reputation of Anderson Hauser Level and Pressure.
I consider Cameron a rising star because he's going to have lots of opportunities that he comes across during his career. He's the type of guy who builds relationships, who creates what they call a large surface area for luck. And I think that because of that, he's going to have lots of opportunities both at ChemCrest and in whatever his future endeavors look like.
We really consider Hunter a rising star, especially here at Glassboard, as he started with 2 internships. So when he joined full-time, he was ahead of the curve. And even since he's joined, he's already starting to do more than just engineering, helping manage programs and manage clients along the way. So I think he's well set on a great path.
What really sets Ivan apart from his peers, and I believe it was initially and increasingly obvious as I began to work with him as a co-founder in a business, is his level of determination, not just to see something to completion, but his ability to be resourceful and to find the answers needed for a question that remains unanswered.
The future for Caitlin is limitless. Honestly, as talented and as dedicated as she is, there is no end in sight. Caitlin can essentially do whatever she wants to do.
So Ross is really effective at project management and coordinating with cross-functional team members. He's able to dive into those technical details when needed, but also maintains a really good sense of the overall business direction.
Visionary,
entrepreneurial,
a big picture thinker,
positive,
ambitious,
energetic,
dynamic.
All right, and we start with Ross Whitaker, Manager Manufacturing Engineering at Cook Medical. Joining Cook Medical after 3 co-op terms with the Bloomington-based company, Ross Whitaker has consistently driven advanced manufacturing improvements through 6 years of full-time supplier engineering projects at Cook Medical. In 2023, he was a driver on 8 supplier change programs that drove considerable improvements in material cost savings, and he leveraged data and improvement efforts to save the company over $3 million. His work has set him on a consistent path to promotion that most recently put him in charge of building and leading a global supplier engineering team. He plans to continue his success by developing a global evaluation process and driving other engineering projects that result in better raw material quality, delivery, and cost. Adriana Swift, Engineering Manager at Endress & Hauser Group. As leader of a team of 12, Adriana Swift ensures that Endress & Hauser's level and pressure engineering team has the resources and tools required to optimize daily production output. Her bosses commend her as a creative problem solver who consistently improves efficiency and effectiveness across various company projects. Leaders say Adriana has gained a reputation for her adaptability and ability to work effectively in complex and challenging environments, but she's interested in more than her own success. A champion of diversity and inclusion, she mentors other young engineers and seeks to help develop the next generation of engineering leaders. Hunter Thompson, Mechanical Engineer at Glassport. Hunter Thompson's supervisors don't undersell his impact. They say Hunter has accelerated advanced manufacturing through his work at Glassport across all programs that he's touched. Specializing in computer-aided design, Hunter has helped Glassport clients rapidly create prototypes for new products and get final products to market. In addition to continually learning more about Industry 4.0 tools himself, he's been eager to support others who are learning about the industry, provide training on new technologies, and lead intern cohorts. He hopes to launch 2 products in the next few years on his way to building a skill set that will allow him to lead an engineering team. Cameron Nagel, Corporate Marketing Specialist at ChemCrest. Tune in to Cameron Nagel's Starting Small podcast, and you'll hear interviews with founders from Sweetwater, The North Face, Nextdoor, and more. And if you attend one of his Starting Small summits, you'll hear from other high-profile entrepreneurs, a reflection not only of Cameron's ambitions, but also his chutzpah. In less than a year at ChemCrest, he's earned praise for impact that has reverberated throughout the company. And for Building Bridges podcast, he created as a vehicle to foster connectivity, disseminate valuable insights, and evaluate the logistics brand's visibility within the industry. The Bethel University grad continues his efforts to promote entrepreneurialism in his community with long-term ambitions to lead marketing at ChemCrest and help the firm attract more customers. Ivan Ball, co-founder and CTO at Anew. If Ivan Ball's vision comes to fruition, farming will take place as readily in urban kitchens as in rural fields. Tapping into technology discovered while working on a NASA-funded project during his junior year at Purdue University, Ivan co-founded Heliponics to pioneer at-home rotary aeroponics and make farming at home as simple as putting a coffee pod into a Keurig. With 8 published patents, a drive to reduce the environmental impacts of food production, and a passion for increasing food equity, Ivan hopes to release commercially viable versions of his company's technology within 5 years. And Caitlin Niederhaus, parts ordering analyst at Toyota Motor Manufacturing, Indiana. It's a story Caitlin Niederhaus might have covered when she was a TV news reporter. A Toyota employee charged with giving tours becomes so fascinated by what she sees happening on the plant floor that she applies for a job in supply chain management. Today, that employee, Caitlin herself, has managed a 600-plus parts package and now leads numerous projects that allow her to combine her communication skills with a quickly emerging talent for inventory management. As she's grown in her role, she's won the praise of her supervisors by recognizing operational inefficiencies, improving a scrap process, and resolving parts issues. Today, she's active in Toyota's Young Professionals Networking Committee, a role that she hopes to use to prepare her for a job in production control management. And that concludes Group 4. Thank you, Mike. And just like that, we're down to our final group. I'd like to welcome our final Connexus board member, Matthew Ketchum, Chief of Manufacturing Engineering at Rolls-Royce Defense, to the stage as he helps me congratulate Group 5.
Yeah, Brooklyn's a rising star in all aspects. She's gritty. She'll really do whatever it takes to be successful, whether that's in the deep engineering and manufacturing whether it's in the other classes or whether it's on the athletic fields. And she's like business savvy. She knows what's going on. She's so mature beyond her years. And it's just a joy to see that in all aspects of her life.
What sets Colin apart from his peers is his technical attention to detail, his ability to concentrate on very difficult technical tasks for an extended period of time and deliver some pretty refined technical solutions in the area of programming that most people wouldn't come up with.
I believe the future for Crystal is very bright, and it looks like it's one of those things where she could go anywhere she wants to. She wants to run or manage a company, she possibly could. She could go into government if she wants to. She's made all the right connection points. She puts in the time and effort, and she learns anything. If she doesn't know it, she's out there trying to find the answers to those things.
So when I think about Ian's future, I think he's going to be in the driver's seat of whatever he does. I know he's really deliberate about what he chooses to do with his time, the projects he focuses on. He really wants to go after the biggest issues, the ones that are the company, the organization is really struggling with the most. So I think he's going to keep that mindset and continue to tackle bigger and bigger problems.
Isaac has been instrumental in advancing our electrification innovations. He has published multiple patents related to advanced propulsion solutions. He also was an influential leader during the creation and establishment of our employee resource group.
Jack easily sees the big picture and makes strategic connections that support the business overall. Nothing seems too far out of reach for Jack. He doesn't shy away from asking the big questions that could cause real change for the business. He is an early adopter of new technology and is naturally gifted at creating an engaging work environment for his team.
Gritty,
positive,
resilient,
motivated,
leadership,
creative,
professional.
Colin Stratton, Manager of Data Analytics at the Indy Autonomous Challenge. Scan Colin Stratton's resume, and you could feel like you're reading a list of Industry 4.0 buzzwords. Terms like software stacks, analytic tool sets, data bridging, real-time monitoring, and advanced robotics show up not just as things he's encountered, but as areas in which he's made an impact. Colin has, according to his former bosses, been integral in the development of 912's Industry 4.0 solution, but he's also played a role in advancing manufacturing throughout the state by leading the development of dashboards, insights, and analytics used in 912's many workshops. Just 2 months ago, Colin started a new role at the Indy Autonomous Challenge, an organization that challenges university students to imagine, invent, and prove a new generation of automated vehicle software to run fully autonomous race cars. Brooklyn Kiefer, Production Manager at Jeep Engineering and Manufacturing at Northeast Du Bois Senior High School. 18-year-old Brooklyn Kiefer already has distinguished herself as an advanced manufacturing veteran who knows how to both lead and collaborate with peers, how to have tough conversations, and how to work the phones to generate business. As a Northeast Du Bois Senior High School senior, she's been a leader in her school's student-run business enterprise during 3 years of growth and changes in faculty leadership. Brooklyn has helped the business with tools such as 3D printers, heat presses, laser cutters, and a CNC router to expand the business to serve outside customers. She hopes to take her passion for problem solving and math to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology to study design engineering. Ian Copeland, industrial engineer at Stellantis. Fueled by a passion for continuous learning and professional growth, Ian Copeland dreams of pioneering solutions that redefine industry standards. Having graduated with a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from Texas A&M and currently pursuing a master's in data science, Ian is poised to merge his expertise in both fields. With a keen eye on the future, he leverages his diverse set of skills to facilitate data-driven projects and elevate company profits. The solutions he's implemented at Stellantis have resulted in over $10.2 million in annual savings. But it's about more than just data, his manager noted. Ian elevates our team by leading from within. His attitude, drive, and creative solutions are contagious. Crystal Lopez, District Representative at Nalco Water and Ecolab Company. Crystal Lopez faces every challenge with enthusiasm and a smile. Joining the sales team at Nalco Water immediately after graduating from the University of Illinois, this child of immigrants wasted no time making an impression on customers in glass, metal, automotive, EV, and other industries by applying a sharp technical knowledge to helping them increase profitability and productivity. Customers say she takes the time to learn about their business, spends extra time on their problems, and does it all with a cheerful attitude and recommendations that make a difference. One facility manager said he rarely takes calls from vendors, but because of the value that I see from Crystal, I always stop what I'm doing to listen to what she has to say. Isaac Mock, Advanced Product Design Engineer at Allison Transmission. Isaac Mock already has 9 published patents to his credit, and it seems unlikely that he'll stop there. A part of Allison Transmission's advanced propulsion team, he helped launch 2 new products and co-founded and led the company's emerging professional employee resource group, which is poised to win the Allison Power of Excellence Award, the company's most prestigious honor. A high school valedictorian who graduated from Purdue University with a 4.0 GPA, he's a cellist and ultimate Frisbee player, activities he sees not as simply as recreational, but as learning experiences that round him out to be someone a supervisor described as a great future leader in our organization and the industry. And Jack McQuinn, Senior Operations Director at Antique Candle Company. Joining Antique Candle Company after serving in the United States Marine Corps, Jack McQuinn brought to the company a can-do attitude, natural leadership ability, and a belief in cutting-edge technologies that have fed ongoing growth. Most notably, perhaps, he's embraced artificial intelligence to drive improvements in employee engagement and operational efficiency, and help to increase workforce training. Like him, a majority of the company's production and distribution employees now have Lean Six Sigma certifications, and under his guidance, the company has increased its parcel shipping operations by 5 times over 6 years. Jack hopes to help drive ongoing growth by streamlining current operations and laying a foundation for future expansion in additional locations. And that is your Rising 30 class of 2024. Let's give them another round of applause. And it was absolutely my pleasure to serve once again as MC. I was counting down to this event because we had so much fun last year, and the same for this year. I look forward to seeing the great work that our honorees continue to accomplish throughout their careers in Indiana, and hopefully we'll report on you guys too. I'd like to welcome Fred Cartwright back to the stage to conclude this evening's program. Thank you all so much.
Isn't she amazing? That's a lot of words. Wow. Phenomenal. So thanks, Leah, for serving as our MC. It was an incredible event. Are you encouraged based on what you saw tonight? So I'm honored to have spent time tonight with our Rising 30 community. I want to give a special thank you to our honorees' families, colleagues, and friends who have joined us online this evening. Thank you again to our presenting and supporting sponsors, KSM, Ascend Indiana, Browning Day, Caddy, Indiana State University Industry Labs, IU Kelley School of Business, LDI, Rolls-Royce, Telamon, and our 13 table sponsors. We'd also like to acknowledge our philanthropic partners, including the Lilly Endowment and J.P. Morgan Chase and the Indiana Commission for Higher Education for their ongoing support of our work. You know, we have 130 industry and academic partners, corporate sponsors, including KSM and Taft, as well as our public sector support to ensure our work meets the needs of industry, the state and more than 700,000 Hoosiers who work in these industries. You know, while our formal program is coming to a close, we hope you can stick around to continue the celebration. We will be opening the patio behind you until 9 p.m., so you're encouraged to stay, meet the Rising 30 honorees. I do want to spend a moment just thanking the Connexus Indiana team for putting this together, particularly Molly Zentz, wherever you are tonight. Liz Wagner. You know, if you're part of the Connexus Indiana team, I'd like for you to stand, because this happens over a period of many months to put something like this together, to evaluate all of the candidates, to put this event together, and it could not be done without the team working together, so thank you so much. So when tonight ends, we're not done celebrating this year's honorees. We invite you to visit our website, click on Rising 30 to read more about each honoree, and to engage with our social media channels to continue to stay connected with us. For our honorees this evening, we're eager to welcome you into our network of industry, education, and public sector leaders who guide our work and are the frontline beneficiaries of our programs and thought leadership. A big part of our work here at Connexus is to encourage more young Hoosiers to consider a career in these dynamic industries. As rising stars, that's really your responsibility. You undoubtedly will serve as inspiration for young talent, and we have a lot of platforms where you can share your story. Again, thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. Thank you.